Once upon a time, a mystical being called the Creator had created a magical forest where those of animal-like or magical qualities can live. It was called the Great Forest. The forest resided in the middle of a ring of tall mountains, making it extremely hard to get to. The forest only had a few entrances, but they were nearly impossible to find, and those who ventured in were never heard from again. He split the forest in 2 parts, so everyone can live in harmony. The White Woods, small scattered patches of forests and meadows where flowers can grow, rivers run with crystal clear water, and villages are made so some can live in harmony. And the Dark Woods, the majority whole, where dangerous creatures, spirits, and monsters lurk. The Creator had chosen 4 wolves to become the guardians of the forest, giving them magical powers and having the duties equally, so one half can guard the White Woods, while the other must patrol the Dark Woods and keep monsters out of White Woods territory. He gave power to the 3 noble dragons, making them the leaders of the Great Forest. He planted a sacred tree that grew high over the Great Forest, called the Towering Tree, and vanished. Makoto Naegi, species human. How he ended up in the Great Forest, he doesn't know. Trying to go to a picnic reunion, he got lost on a mountain trail, fell, and got knocked out. He woke up in and has been stuck in the Great Forest ever since. He wants to leave, and the only way doing so is to ask for the spirit of the forest's help. Chihiro is the one who gave him the red hood to wear. Sayanji likes to call him Makazukin because of his hood. Kiyotaka Ishimaru, nickname Bunnymaru, species rabbit. Ishimaru lives in the White Forest area along with Chihiro and a couple of other beings. He's probably one of the most loudest in his area, making sure that those who live in his area follow his rules, like throwing away their trash in the right way, and not wandering into the dark woods. Only when he has to, he will change into rabbit form. He is one of the few who has made friends with Mondo. Kiyotaka Bunishida Ishida, species doppelganger rabbit. Ishida is Bunnymaru's doppelganger. He used to live with his brother, but moved out and discarded all connections with him. He lives in a dark forest, unlike Bunnymaru. He is very fond of Mondo, and if he is near him, he will follow him. His outfit scheme is a slightly inverted version of what Bunnymaru wears. He has white wispy flames coming from his eyes and is faster than Bunnymaru. Bunishida is also somewhat of a rule enforcer, but tends to swear more than his double. He can transform into a white rabbit with black spots on his ears. Toko Fukawa, species Futakushi Ona. Fukawa secludes herself in a small cottage on the outskirts of a white forest area, which Mondo and the other wolves have allowed, knowing her. She stays inside a lot, writing in journals about stories and such. She looks like a human, but is indeed not. She lies to people, saying that she has a head injury, which is why she has bandages around her head. She will never take them off in public. In truth, she is actually hiding her other mouth, Sho. She too has a strong persecution complex. While getting water from a stream, she has seen Togami and has fallen in love with him ever since, even though he does not know who she is. Genocider Sho. Sho is Toko's other personality and mouth, and the two tend to switch back and forth on who gets the front mouth and who gets the back. She is entirely different from Toko and does not have a persecution complex. She also takes over the control of her hair to grab on or hit things, or even snip and slice things with her geno scissors. She doesn't wander into the White Forest territory, but does harm or kill animals, critters, or even beasts that lurk into the dark forest. Of course, half of the time it's for food. When Toko takes the back mouth, she doesn't say much, but sometimes cries loudly, like a banshee cry. Like Toko, she has a strong love for Togami, even going off at night to go and find his realm so she could visit him, or follow him around when he is out sometimes. Junko and Oshima. Species: human. Junko had purposely entered the Great Forest. Even though the place was a legend, hearing about what kinds of dangerous and magical creatures live there intrigued her to absolutely find it. She finds a majority of the creatures there to be fascinating and wants to hunt them all. She especially thinks that wolves have the most beautiful looking fur and will do all she can to get her hands on one. A majority overall, though, she'll catch anything that lives in the Great Forest. She'll kill animals with their beautiful fur and, of course, watch them suffer. Monokuma. Species: demon. Monokuma is a feared demon bear caught by Junko and only serves her. He is very big and tall and emits a powerful energy. He is half white on one side and shadow black on the other. One of his eyes are in the shape of a demon wing and glows red. His roars can be heard from a distance and brings a bad omen. Mondo Owada, aka the Big Bad Wolf. Species: wolf. Mondo is a guardian of the Dark Woods, taking over his duties from his late brother, Daya. He roams the Dark Woods both in the day and night, watching over its inhabitants and fighting some of the dangerous monsters that disrupt the peace. He rarely crosses into the White Woods territory, only to guide those back who have accidentally wandered into the Dark Woods. He has some sort of magical power that emanates when he has to protect himself, fight beings, or turn into wolf form. He uses his title, Big Bad Wolf, to intimidate others and keep them away from him. He only has a few friends, some of those being Chihiro and Ishimaru. He may look rough and tough, but inside, he cares for those who live in the White Forest areas and wants to keep them safe from the Dark Woods monsters. He got the scars on his face back when he fought Celeste, the Witch of the Dark Woods. Daya Owada, aka the former Big Bad Wolf. Species: wolf. Daya was formerly known as the Big Bad Wolf before he died. It is said that he was killed while fighting a very dangerous being, who Mondo didn't get a chance to kill. Before dying, he passed his powers and title on to his young brother. Mondo looked up to him and wanted to be just like Daya. Like all the wolves, he is good-hearted and wanted to protect those from the Dark Woods monsters. Little is known about him, except that he has harnessed an immense amount of magic and was the strongest of all the four wolves. Sakura Ogami. Species: Tengu. Sakura is known by many as one of the great Tengu that flies over the lands. She is extremely strong and has the power to lift trees and crack the earth. Many people try to avoid her because of her intimidating looks, but she's actually very wise and nice. She comes from an unknown land, but makes her living in the towering tree. She's friends with Asahina and visits her daily. No one can have her fighting skills like she has, as her techniques are one of the most powerful and impossible to learn. At times, she dons a Tengu mask. Sayaka Mizuno. Species: siren. Sayaka is a siren that lives in a lake somewhere along the way to the towering tree. She doesn't get much visitors, as travelers try to avoid her because they think she might eat them. She has a beautiful singing voice, which of course most males fall in love with. The scales on her tail reflect them in the moonlight. Sayaka likes to put flowers and seashells in her hair and decorate her tail with them. She gets lonely easily. Leon Kawada. Species: unknown, turned into fire spirit. Leon was cursed by Celeste for somewhat attempting to flirt with her and ended up being turned into a fire spirit. Celeste kept him in a lantern and left him in the dark woods. He is found by Naegi and then ends up accompanying him on his adventure. Leon knows how to control his acquired fire powers and will only use them at necessary times. He tries not to touch anything and has to wear special gloves if he wants to touch or hold anything. Leon has the power to turn into a large fire demon when angry or getting ready to fight. He also occasionally likes to make a lot of bad fire puns, which results in a loud groaning from others, and likes to get girls' attention. Leon is also attached to his lantern, which is why he has shackles on his arms, and cannot go anywhere without it because he also rests inside there. He dreams about one day getting out of the Great Forest so he can see the rest of the world. Hifumi Yamada. Species: Tanuki. Yamada is a Tanuki resident of the White Forest area. He likes to collect things like acorns or wood and brings them back to his hut, where he tries to put them to use. Overall, he'll just hoard a bunch of things, and sometimes we'll see him at the market. He draws a lot on small leaflets and will sketch some portraits of fellow White Forest residents as well. He has the ability to transform into other animals or things, but doesn't do it often. He tends to say a lot of random things that no one else has ever heard about. Sometimes he will come across as a creepy person, but is somewhat friendly to those around him. A lot of people really like what he draws, and sometimes Yamada will give him his art. Extremely passionate about his art. Byakuya Togami. Species: dragon. Togami is one of the 3 noble dragons that were given power to rule over and watch the Great Forest. He, being a dragon, has a very strong interest in gold, treasure, jewelry, etc. Literally most of his clothing that he adorns is golden colored. He doesn't like a majority of the Great Forest residents, especially Mondo. They nearly got into a fight until Hagakure came between them. He's rather arrogant and thinks highly of himself and gives a lot of cold shoulders. He does not depend on others and likes to do things alone, with no one else, ever. Also very greedy when talking about his treasures. He would never share with anyone. Togami can control the earth, and can even go far to create his mountains in his sanctuary, as well as sometimes causing earthquakes when he's upset. He lives alone in a sanctuary in the woods. The name of his sanctuary is called the Golden Palace. Yasuhiro Hagakure. Species: forest spirit. Hagakure is most notably known by many as the spirit of the forest. Although he may not be as wise, he knows much about the history of the forest as well as its occupants. He is immortal and cannot age any farther than what he already is. He has divine powers that can heal beings and nature alike, and only using his power for good. Touching dirty water can turn it pure once again. The 2 long strands of his hair that appeared to turn green near the ends is where most of his magic comes from, floating in the air where he moves. The fur pelt that he also has can make him turn into a deer-like creature. He lives in the Towering Tree, a large, looming, ancient tree that resides in the middle of the Great Forest. The tree is said to have magical-like qualities. Celestia Ludenberg, aka the Witch of the Dark Woods. Species: Witch. Celeste is a witch who lives in the dark woods, where she practices her magic and potion creating, often attacking monsters and beings with magic so she can harness it from them, one of her targets being Mondo. Her fashion differs from what typical witches look like, seeing as how she hates how they dress up. She sports a gothic Victorian dress along with a hat. She can turn into a raven at times, tricking those who wander into the dark woods. She's not entirely a bad person. Celeste was also the one who gave Mondo the 3 scars on his back, because he got into the fight with the wrong person, and now was after his magic. She knows a lot about Kamakura, and is always offering Mondo secrets about him and his whereabouts. He rejects him, though. Aoi Asahina. Species: Water Nymph. Asahina lives in a spring that can be found somewhere in the Great Woods. She's also very friendly, often chatting or playing with those who stop by to get a drink. She can turn into water herself, as well as control it. Because she can't leave her area, she hardly meets a lot of people. Although, when it rains, then she is able to leave her area, but must stay at another river, pond, lake, swamp, etc. when it stops. One of her best friends that stops by and visits her daily is Sakura. Because donuts are not a thing that exists in the dark woods, her favorite food is sweet rolls, but she will eat other things such as seaweed or fish. Chihiro Fujisaki, aka Fonjisaki. Species: Deer. Chihiro lives in a White Woods territory along with Ishimaru and a couple of other folks. He's very welcoming and friendly, but is also very shy and thinks of himself as weak, but wants to be strong just like Mondo. Chihiro and Ishimaru both met Mondo in the dark woods while crossing it to travel to another White Woods territory. He sports a sewn poncho, a dress, and an apron, in which he all has made. He also keeps his gender a secret from everyone except for Mondo and Ishimaru, who have sworn to keep it a secret, even though everyone knows he's a boy, but go with the flow anyways. He can sew and is fast when it comes to running. He doesn't know how to turn into his animal form yet. Alter Ego, aka AE. Species: Sprite. AE stands for Alter Ego, the name that was given to this young sprite when it was found in the forest by Chihiro. Being discovered and finding a master, it changed its appearance to Chihiro's, with just a few modifications. AE lives in Chihiro's house, helping with chores or sewing. Sometimes it will tag along with Chihiro wherever he goes, hiding in his poncho. He is very friendly and helpful. He's actually 5 times smaller than he appears to be in this picture. Kyoko Kirigiri. Species: Unknown. Mysterious and silent as the wind, she is indeed an inhabitant of the Great Forest. Little is known about her, even from those who live in the Great Forest. She doesn't seem to look like an animal or a magical being. She seems to hang around the Towering Tree a lot. Perhaps that's where she lives. Her powers are unknown, and even Celeste herself has no idea what kind of power Kirigiri possesses. She can appear to people and communicate with them just by simply staring into their eyes. Kirigiri is not one to be seen in public. Her cloak patterns seem to tell a story. It's decorated with images of the sun, moon, stars, Roman numerals, and what looks to be the Towering Tree. Mukuro Ikusaba, aka Ikurosaba or Krosan. Species: Human. Mukuro tagged along with Junko to come to the Great Forest. She's a skilled soldier and also carries many weapons with her, like a couple of knives, guns, grenades, and many others. Unlike Junko, she only hunts for food, silent but deadly, disguises herself as a crow, swift and agile as well. She wants to protect her sister from the harms of the beasts in the forest, but also dislikes the idea of her sister from hunting the animals. She is neither on the good side or the bad side. Hajime Hinata. Species: human. Hinata is sometimes referred to by others as that other humankin from the outside world. Like Naegi, he too wandered into the Great Forest, but not by accident. Becoming fascinated by the creatures that live in the forest, he wanted to become one himself. He tested a dangerous spell on himself and failed miserably. Hinata soon gave up on that and decided to spend the rest of his life in the forest, living in the White Forest area. Cynical and snarky, but kind to others, limited to Neko Maeda. Can tolerate a lot of things, such as Chiaki's baaing and Neko Maeda's meowing. Good friends with Chiaki and somewhat with Neko Maeda. He sports a brown patched-up jacket with a fur collar, as well as a yellowish-brown shirt with brown pants and a belt. Nagito Komaeda, aka Neko Maeda. Species: Manaki Neko, or Lucky Cat. Komaeda lives in a White Forest zone. White Forest villagers often find him to be quite crazy, but he has incredibly good luck. He doesn't think quite highly of himself, saying that he's worthless and doesn't do much to help the Great Forest. He's quite rich. All the White Forest villagers question how, and likes to give out money to others. He likes to bug Hinata a lot, and considers him his number one best friend. It is said that whenever Manaki Neko washes or licks their face, an unexpected visitor will come. So, was Komaeda the reason why Naegi wound up in the Great Forest? Kazuichi Soda, aka Robo Soda. Species: steampunk shark robot. Soda is a mechanical robot made by an old mechanic who passed away. The old mechanic had given Soda an actual soul somehow. Underneath his tacky clothing is an entirely mechanical body run by gears. There is a giant turning key on his back. After being abandoned by his former master, he journeyed from another place to live, since the world he came from had no better place for him. Due to long traveling and stormy weather, he began getting rusty, and his gears were turning slower. He knew he was going to permanently shut down. Wandering deep, he unknowingly entered the Great Forest and went into sleep mode. Gundam, seeing the poor robot dying, used his magic on him and gave him an eternal life. He then had told Sonia, who came to Soda and brought him to her place. Ever since then, Soda is always by Sonia's side, and sometimes does errands for her. Soda has shark-like qualities, such as sharp teeth, and fins can protrude from his back. Ironically, he can't touch water though. He likes drinking lamp oil. Soda also knows about the machines he has seen from his time period, but cannot build any of them. Gundam Tanaka. Species: sorcerer. Gundam is a wizard/animal caretaker that lives somewhere in the dark forest, but not too far from a White Forest area. He practices dark magic and is a master at it, as well as healing magic to heal injured animals in the forest. He builds a hut where he lives, and is also a home to animals he brings in. This results in his home being filled with many animals. One of the animals he took care of, and without knowing, was Komaeda, until he found out and kicked him out of his house. He owns many spell books about how to use dark magic, as well as summoning, potion creating, and more. One of the books Hinata has stolen to perform his spell. Good friends with Sonia and somewhat Soda. He was also the one who healed Soda, and had called Sonia to take him off his hands. May look intimidating, but is actually very caring for animals. Sometimes calls himself the Dark Angel of Healing, who the creator had sent to take care of the forest inhabitants. Also very eccentric. He has 4 hamsters, Sundi, Jumpy, Magaji, and Champi, who he has never seen without. He can also use his scarf to control his magical abilities, as well as manipulate to grab and throw and eat things. Mikan Tsumiki, aka Nezumikan. Species, mouse. Tsumiki runs a little clinic service in the White Forest Zone. Very nice and caring, she helps those who are sick, are in need of medicine, or have simply come to rest. She can be clumsy at times, but will always get the job done. Tsumiki can get intimidated easily, and is worried that she might be going too overboard with her patients. She does not like to be alone. She often gets pranked and bullied a lot by Sayanji the Kitsune, who lives in the same area as her. Ibuki Miyoda, aka Thunderbuki. Species, Raijin. Ibuki lives way up in the clouds, which can be reached by climbing to the very top of the towering tree. She comes down to the ground a lot and likes to make loud noises, which sometimes disrupts the peace of some White Forest villagers. She's also very loud during thunderstorms and tends to jam out on her drums, which does cause lots of problems for the ones who live down below. Doing so can result in large thunder hitting the ground or making exceptionally loud crackling noises. She looks intimidating, but once you get to know her, she's not really that bad. Her personality is quite bold and unique, as she also refers to herself in the third person as Thunderbuki. Doesn't think highly of herself even though she is a divine being. Nekomaru Nidai. Species, reanimated tiger. Nidai is an inhabitant of the White Forest area who likes to leave and go train in a mountain-like area in the forest. His eyes are yellow and has blue pupils. He is a very strong fighter, actually being the strongest inhabitant in his area. Sometimes Akane would visit him and ask him to spar with her to help her get stronger. He can be very loud at times, but is very passionate about what he does. Nidai also likes to help some of the inhabitants of the White Forest area he lives in, simply carrying extremely heavy goods for them, or even building someone a mini wooden cottage. While running through the forest, he had gotten severely injured by a beast, and died of blood loss against a tree, which was surprisingly close to where Gundam lives. Gundam, who had been out and about looking for animals, had spotted him, and feeling pity, had healed him and brought him back to life through his magic. Nidai had felt very grateful to him ever since, seeing that he owes him a debt for letting him live once more. Gundam thinks it's not necessary to give him something back in return. Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu. Species, dragon. Kuzuryu is one of the 3 noble dragons, and his element is water. He can manipulate the water, creating strong currents, floods, and even rain. He would not hesitate to kill anyone, and can do it really easily, although he doesn't do it because it's not worth its time. Like Togami, he has a strong love for gold and treasure. He can be rude and standoffish to anyone except Peko, who serves him as his bodyguard and as a protector of the White Forests. He cares a lot for Peko. He got his 3 scars on his chest from a fight with someone, and a scratch on one of his eyes from an incident, which makes it unusable. The reason said for why he doesn't have his wings is because his dragon form is a snake dragon. He lives too in a sanctuary deep in the forest that Pekka knows about, and it's called the Ninth Realm. Teru Hanamura, aka Kappamura, species Kappa. Teru is an inhabitant of the White Forest area and runs a joint bakery/shop. He creates exquisite meals and desserts, which have caught the eyes of some of those around him. Behind his shop is his house, which is a tiny hut surrounded by water. He may seem quite lewd at times, hitting on both genders, but is friendly and upbeat most of the time. He takes great pride in his cooking, loving to hear the compliments made by those around him. Teru likes to say that his cooking is out of this world. He does not charge an extreme high price for his cooking and loves making food for people. Sometimes he would scare those who wander around his shop at night by popping up behind them and giving them a scary look so they don't go near it and steal anything. Sonia Nevermind. Species Dragon. Sonia is one of the 3 noble dragons, her element being wind. Kind, thoughtful, and innocent, she would sometimes come out of her sanctuary to help people, and even give them a little bit of money, since she also has a lot of it. Like the other dragons, she too hoards gold and treasures, but is not greedy like the others. She'd offer small portions to those who stumble upon her sanctuary. She can manipulate the wind, creating strong gusts of wind that can even freeze the person. Gundam knows where her sanctuary is. She had also taken Soda in her stride, so he now lives with her too, accompanying her. The name of Sonia's sanctuary is called Seventh Heaven. Akane Owari, aka the Agile Adventurous Wolf. Species Wolf. Akane is one of the 4 wolves that was given duties by the god who made their forest. She has a fiery personality and loves to fight, although is quite lazy and doesn't want to do her job. She likes to travel a lot, wandering around places within the forest, ignoring her duties and enjoying herself. She likes to be the lone wolf. Akane loves to eat, and will eat mostly anything. Her favorite place to stop and eat at is at Teru's little joint shop/bakery. One of her closest friends is Nidai, who she sometimes duels with when she's in his area. She holds magical powers as well, using them for what she thinks is good as well for herself. Her wolf form is a dark green rough fur with bright blue paws and a tail. Mahiru Koizumi. Species Cardinal. Mahiru is an inhabitant of the White Forest area and runs a photo shop, which is extremely rare to find in the Great Forest. She sports a beret and has large red wings. She has a traditional-looking camera, which she has found in the dark forest while flying. She doesn't know where it came from, but does know that it was definitely not from the Great Forest. Curious by what it does, she had tested it by taking magical flashing memory captures with it, and has caught her interest ever since. These memory captures made her very popular, seeing how this has never existed before in the forest, and many people wanted one. Very optimistic and unafraid to speak her mind, and is close friends with Saionji. Chiaki Nanami, aka Banami. Species Sheep. Chiaki lives in the White Forest area with Usami. She has a habit of sleeping in odd places and blanking out when people talk to her. She's very friendly and open to people, even letting them into their house for tea. She's also very good at sewing and has made her own clothes. Chiaki likes to stop at Teru's shop for some snacks, and is often seen holding a bag of candy or dango. All of Chiaki's clothes are made of fleece. She sports a fluffy fur dress accompanied with a pink corset, socks, boots, a hat, and 2 ribbons on both sides of her hair. She and Chihiro get along exceptionally well, and is friends with mostly everyone, especially Hinata. She has the ability to transform into a sheep. Usami, or Manami. Species, magical rabbit. Usami is a rabbit that lives with Chiaki and follows her around wherever she goes. She has the ability to fly by using her ears. Peko Pekoyama, aka the Skilled Silver Wolf. Species, wolf. Peko is the guardian of one of the White Forest areas, taking role as protector of the townspeople that live there. She is very skillful with her sword, but her most favorite was the one that was given to her by Kuzuryu. It's a very secret sword, one with almost divine powers. She also has magical powers, being able to use them for good as well as transform into a silver wolf with blood-red paws and tips on her tail. She has met Mondo, as they do cross paths every now and then to check on each other on their duties. Peko has also dueled Mondo several times to test her strength, and the latter has done the same. She will never skip her duties and will always follow commands from Kuzuryu. She is never seen without her sword. Hiyoko Saionji, aka the Prankster. Species, Kitsune. Hiyoko lives in a White Forest area. Even though she looks like a child, she's actually 200 years old. She may look innocent, but in retrospect has a very poisonous tongue. Hiyoko likes to play pranks on some of the fellow villagers, one of them being Sumiki. Because of her looks, she can deceive people into buying her things. She goes to the food shop/restaurant daily, which is owned by Teru, and always orders sweets. She has the ability to change into a fox and is a fast runner. She has 3 tails and is still maturing. Byakuya Togami, allegedly. Species, shapeshifter. Togami is a shapeshifter who wanders the dark forest, going under the appearance of the earth dragon Togami. He had taken Togami's appearance as his own because he had found the guy to look extremely regal and very leader-like. He would sometimes stop by in the White Forest areas, which would bring about confusion to the residents because dragons do not usually come into the areas. Cares a lot about the inhabitants of the forest, and has a lot of responsibility. He also loves to eat food, and on some occasions buying out Teru's entire shop. No one knows where he lives. Izuru Kamakura. Species, Inugami. Hinata's unknown alternate identity. Hinata believes that the spell he did on himself failed, but in reality, it actually worked, with Komaeda bearing witness secretly. Kamakura is very notorious throughout the forest, and is feared by many as a dangerous murderer of animals and magical creatures alike, although he cannot kill anyone in a White Forest area or else he could cause commotion. Thus he travels through the dark forest at night and returns his home in the White Forest area before sunrise. Kamakura is also the reason why it's not safe for White Forest residents to travel into the dark forest, especially at night. He is awoken at night when Hinata goes to bed and unknowingly transforms into him. This results in Hinata also not having any memories that Kamakura has, or knowing that he's actually a divine being. Because he has no owner, he can possess others and manipulate them. Being a demon dog god, he has strong dark magical powers and is very difficult to take down. He is actually the very dangerous being that killed Daya and allowed Mondo to live. To this day, Mondo seeks revenge on Kamakura for killing his brother, but does not know that Kamakura is also Hinata. Natsuki Kuzuryu. Species, dragon. Status, dead. Little is known about Kuzuryu's sister, except that she was the noble dragon of fire. Originally, there were 4 noble dragons, but she had died in an incident, resulting in there only being 3. She had her own realm called the Valley of the Spider Lilies, but it was sealed off because of her death. Kusaryu had made an honorable grave for her in his realm, which has the text, "The resting site of the noble and powerful dragoness warrior of fire. Thy fire of your spirit shall burn brightly for eternity," engraved on it. Kusaryu deeply misses his sister. Makoto Naegi, species, human, now being the divine being, or the new creator. After gaining the creator's powers through the wisps made by the Kirigiris, Jin and Kyoko, he inherited the title of the creator. The newly acquired power awoken on the battlefield between the possessed and the Despair Sisters plus Izuru and the non-possessed. While becoming the new creator, he had gained a new wardrobe look and powers. His ahoge turned into a halo, and his cloak had turned into a godly one in the shape of wings. Inside the cloak is 1,000,000 stars that can be seen when he uses his powers. He had also become the hope in everyone, and healed all those who were possessed and injured from fighting. He has the strongest powers of all who lived in the Great Forest. And with that, I will be needing some tea because my voice is completely shot. Oh my god. Someone help me.